Doom. All right. Doom says bah. There. Yo. So I sent all this crap over to this character, and then I'm like, wait, she's not near a bank, so where's she gonna put it all? So we're gonna level up. It's already on there. We're gonna level her up to get out of the zone, I guess. I don't remember where I left off, to be honest. Okay. Scavenger paw and dust. Okay, so bats and stuff. Can literally shoot at anything though. Interesting. Wow, they respawn so fast. I can't even loot it. What the frick? Bah. Probably don't want to fall behind on melee though. Or defense, for that matter. It's so automatic. It's so cheesy. It almost feels like cheating. Is there a script I can get on my rogue so I can do that? So it'll auto fire my throwing weapon? That would be nice. That would be very nice. Oh, what do we need? Wretched. What's the time on this? It's a 3-speed weapon, so theoretically I should be counting to 3. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Feels like there's a delay when I stop anyways. There must be some additional cooldown on it. Yeah, there's a fire animation, I guess. Ding. This character is not slow and steady. This character is just for leveling in as a bank alt, though I might use it to farm at some future date. So we're not too invested in this journey. We're just doing something easy so that I can collect crap. Though I did, for whatever stupid reason, give her the challenge where she can only wear stuff that she makes, which is kind of silly if it's just a bank alt. But whatever. Decisions were made. Decisions were made. All right, we need 1 scavenger and 2 dusk bats. Nothing here is hostile, so we can just run through this area. I'm pretty sure there's a quest to like loot these crates at some point, but maybe I... Oh, that's level 4. Hmm. Oh, you can start moving before it finishes. That's interesting. Is that a lucky crit? Yeah, it fired anyways. Okay. It's fine timing there. No. Wait, what was that? Oh. No, that was weird. Did I hit the button? I don't think I did. So it seems like there's a slight delay, but once the animation for the firing begins, you can start moving immediately. Which means that the timer on the weapon actually is probably very accurate. So if I do count to 3, I can start moving even though it hasn't fired yet, as long as I've held still for the start of the animation. Little optimizations, I suppose. You can't put a sharpening stone on your ranged weapon, can you? No, of course not. That would be ridiculous.
I haven't got all day. Embrace the shadow. Do not seek death. Dark Lady, watch over you.
Better be good. Goodbye. I'm listening.
Oh, you can't do, you can only equip items you have created. Oh no. Oh no. That item doesn't go in. Oh, it's a quiver, not a bag. All right, we just got to get rid of some of these. Let's see. Where can I send these? I can send these to Drala. And then these I can't do anything with. Or the Banshee Queen for the Forsaken. Alright, these are soulbound. We may as well sell them.
What is it? I have exactly what you need.
Perhaps a hunter is one of the few people who could do this challenge effectively.
What would you ask of death?
At least once I get a pet. The pet can be most of the damage anyways. Alright, everything's level 4. Level 20 for dual wield. Alright. Track beasts. Oh yes, the most useful skill. Alright, let's see. So it said rattle cage, skeletons, scavenged goods. I knew it was those boxes were for something. Spiders are over there. Samuel's remains buried. Okay, so Samuel Phipps roams at a ruined camp along the road northeast. Over there. I know where he is, though. Oh. Managed to injure my back doing nothing. It's amazing. Hmm. And they also said to kill all these guys. So let's see. Apparently line of sight is an issue. Yeah, I think you can start running the moment the animation begins. Don't know if that's a crossbow only thing though. I haven't tried with bows. Damn. All right. 2 more scavenged goods and any rattle bones we see along the way. Did we already get that guy? Yeah. Easy peasy. Hey, Taras Franco. Is this a private server? Yes, it is. This is Capybara Paradise. Capybara Paradise is a Turtle WoW clone in Southeast Asia. So if you wanted to play Turtle WoW and you missed out on it, it's in and you're in the Southeast Asia region or somewhere nearby like China, maybe this is something you'd want to try. At your own risk, of course. Right, doesn't matter. So whatever's the most money. I can't wear anything. Oh, I gotta bury this over here in the graveyard. You made it to the beginning. You did. Congratulations. Congratulations on making it to the beginning of a stream. I hope it's as exciting as you had hoped. But I doubt it. Our goal here is just to level this up such that we can go to Undercity and go to the bank and stuff. The only issue is that we've taken a challenge that's going to make it a little bit more challenging, though hopefully it doesn't mean anything around the early levels. It does mean that for T-Mog purposes, I won't be getting much in the way of T-Mogs, unfortunately. All right, Rattle Cage and Night Web. Ugh. What? Okay. That's weird. Why did it select the bat? I'm almost certain I didn't swap targets. A mercenary. If you play as undead, does that mean you're Forsaken, which means you'll take quests from Sylvanas and serve her will? Yes, it does. I think one of the first quests is basically implying that you're working for Sylvanas. I mean, it pretty much flat out says that they are worshippers of Sylvanas. because she freed them. I don't know if people remember that, but the Forsaken were freed because of Sylvanas, freed from the will of the Scourge and the Lich King. And yeah. Without Sylvanas, there would be no Forsaken. It really should have been its own separate faction. It's kind of ridiculous it wasn't. Been catching up with your backlog of games. Right now, you're catching up with Stella Glow on 3DS. Damn, 3DS games. That is a backlog. I don't think I've ever even played on the 3DS, so I have no idea. I did have a Nintendo DS, but I didn't have a 3DS. And I only got the Nintendo DS so I could play Final Fantasy Tactics A2. I think it was A2. I actually still have it. I need to get... actually, my Nintendo DS still works, but you basically have to leave it plugged in. I wonder how difficult a battery replacement would be for that. Stella Glow is a tactics RPG for which the studio that worked on it went under finalizing and finishing the game for launch. That's sad. Normal for the game industry, but sad. Hey, Amazing Kazoo guy. How you doing? Okay, so interrupted just means like you lost line of sight or something. I see. All right, let's go kill more spiders. An undead subfaction for the Forsaken in War 3 would be interesting. I mean, they were there. That's basically what Sylvanas was, because she was not Scourge. And in the Frozen Throne, she basically betrays all that. I guess that doesn't really happen till the midpoint. When does she betray Arthas? I can't even remember TFT anymore. I'd have to go back and watch my own replay. In the TFT campaign, her mission is basically just Sylvanas and Banshees minus almost every other undead unit. Yeah, it didn't lend itself too well to that. Like, she didn't have a full army yet. If there was a Warcraft 4, she would. I mean, technically, she's still alive. Theoretically, she would outlive basically every other character in the game. With the exception of, like, Kel'Thuzad. Unless Kel'Thuzad dies. I don't know who dies or lives in the World of Warcraft expansions. Who has canonical who canonically has lived? Like Kael'thas would live for thousands of years if he was still alive. Why wasn't Naga playable race in War 3? There was already some structures and animated models done. As a matter of fact, Sea Witch and Naga warriors are best looking models in the entire game. Because in order for the Naga to be like a viable faction, it was felt that every race would have to have boats and structures for the water, basically like Warcraft 2. and perhaps introduce oil again. And ultimately, it was decided that because of the way hero units work, having them on a boat made for troublesome gameplay. So the game designers sort of copped out and said that it was too difficult, and it was too difficult to do in 9 months, anyways. So that's why the Naga wasn't a playable race. In addition to that, Sam Didier stood up for the art team and basically said, we're not doing overtime for this. So, you know, we'll do like some minor stuff, but we're not going to do a whole 5th race because that would blow out the schedule by like another 6 months at least. Honestly, it was probably the right call. Ammo. I'm out of ammo? Oh, I am fucked. Alright. Let's just go in melee and see what happens. Probably need to get up my defense skill anyways. Naga Royal Guard is basically a hero unit, but not a hero. Yeah, kinda. In some of the missions, we even amped them up a little bit. Cairn died, which sucked when you learned about it. Shouldn't he reincarnate? Isn't that the Tauren Chieftain ability? How did he die? Like, legit, how did he die in that case? Doesn't make any sense, to be honest with you. All right, let's use these rough sharpening stones. I recall that mission. It was interesting as it encouraged the player to use possession to amass their massive army. Yeah, it was a fun mission. I think Sylvanas, that whole dynamic made for a good like 2 missions, but then after that, I think she needed like a full army. But regardless, if there were a Warcraft 4, having the Forsaken as a sub-faction of the undead, not even a sub-faction of the undead, just like undead related, but totally their own. Uh-oh. Okay, this could be bad. Don't think I'm ready to deal with 2 at a time. Could this be my first death? Is there a hunter ability for this? I don't get feigned death until when? Much later, it seems. Right, I don't have any ammo. How many do I need? Oh my god, there's 2. Not again. Alright, well, we did it before. I'm sure we can do it again. One more. We'll play it safe and leave. Surely there's an ammo vendor at the starting area. Right? Karen's reincarnation has a cooldown, so gotta slay him before it's ready. Oh. No, they had to slay him twice in a row then, right? So did he die twice in the story, or what? Wouldn't the Earth Mother resurrect him? I don't know. Alright, let's head toward the entrance, because I think they're going to respawn. Where is everyone? Huh. That's a level 4. Oh, there's another one in there. Shit. No! No. Fine. Fine. God. Hey, level up. Saved me. The Grim Totems poisoned Grom's axe during the blessing process before the honorable duel between Karen and Garrosh, for which Garrosh didn't know his dad's axe was rigged when he slashed into Karen. Interesting. The Grim Totems poisoned Grom's axe. Interesting. All right, 2 more rattle cages. Trying to think of the implications of that. The Grim Totems are basically the evil quote unquote faction of Tauren. So I suppose they would do that to get rid of Cairn and maybe potentially try to take over all the Tauren. Like, was that their goal? I guess if you're poisoned, you can't resurrect. Also would have to be a thing, I guess. I don't know. Oh, the clever writing. There's an evil faction. Let's call them the Grim Totems. Well, you know. It sounds good on paper, right? At least you know exactly what they are. I mean, if you want a masterclass in that sort of writing, just watch Invincible. Because the whole thing seems like Robert Kirkman is taking the piss with people who like superhero stuff. You know what I mean? You've got your stand-in for Superman, Omni-Man, because he's all powerful, like omnipotent. You've got your main character who has plot armor, obviously, because he's the main character, called Invincible. And then every freaking hero in the damn thing is like some sort of piss take on some genre, some part of the genre. All right, we only take the highest ones. Bring 12 scarlet armbands. Sure. Wait, more? Mother. Oh, yeah, I knew it. I knew that would escalate. God damn. We can't wear these, so it doesn't matter. Keeps my inventory clean, though. I must say, not being able to wear anything. Sounds like cartoon writing. Yes, I know. I've watched the show. Yeah, it's just funny to me. And then some people take that show way too seriously. It's like, I mean, it's a good show. I like Invincible. It's just, it almost seems like he wrote all those characters so that you wouldn't care about them. Because, like, you know, there's a female character who creates copies of herself called Kate, Dupla Kate, and her brother Malta Paul. It's so funny. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Like, do you think it's intended as humor? It has to be, right? I guess if everyone's named like a joke, then are you, shouldn't you care less? I don't know. Speak with Dark Ranger, Lanissa, and Brill. All right, so he's sending me to Brill, but I'm not done here. No one had ammo that I could see, or was I not looking carefully? Cloth. General supplies, maybe? Okay. Ice rough arrow. That would work, right? Yes. Stellar Glow plays great with no major glaring issues and bugs to the game so far, but due to the studio going under, they ran out of budget for full voice acting in both English and Japanese for all lines. Oh, that's sad. Are there any fan projects to save it? I'll voice a character. Invincible I can only watch ironically and with a friend or something. There are certain shows or films I can only watch in a group. Yeah, that's fair. Should we go get the spider, or I guess we'll do the scarlet. Oh no, we should do the spider first. You know, it says wear, but does it mean weapons too? Can I wear? Can I equip other weapons, or it has to be a weapon I made? If it has to be a weapon I made, then survival is going to be critical to get as fast as I can. Like SpongeBob, I don't care for it. It's not like I despise it or anything. I just don't care, but I'm going to watch SpongeBob and even have fun if my buddy wants to watch it. Yeah, well, SpongeBob is an easy to watch show. You don't have to know anything or care anything about those characters. It's just comedy. It's situation comedy. It's classic situation comedy, like those old school television shows, like Saved by the Bell or Family Matters or can't remember any of the other names right now off the top of my head, but you know what I'm saying. Situation comedies. It's funny how much of the television that I grew up with was like in that genre. Oh, shit. Where things almost never change. And then it's so you can watch on any given night without having to know what happened last week. And now everything is serialized, and so if you missed an episode, there's like huge character things that are going on that you might not be aware of. Like Star Trek The Next Generation, you can almost watch any episode of it, and it doesn't matter whether you know what happened to all the characters on the previous ones. Damn. It's difficult. It's oh no. I wish that they would stop serializing Star Trek. I'd like for them to go back to the classic TNG format or original episode format. We get it. They're exploring in space. We don't need to hear every story. I want short stories from Star Trek. I want morality plays. I want parables. I don't want fucking I don't care about the love arc between the captain and some other member of the crew. I just want to enjoy the show and move on, you know? Sharpen letter. Nope, you can only equip items you've created. So even that, very doomed. I wonder if there's going to be a line for the mother. There she is. Shit. I'm going to let him go first, I think. Do you think he's here for the mother? He's a hardcore, so oh fuck. This might be okay, well. We'll do our best. I think I'll kill her. I'll probably survive. Nice. Let's start backing out. We don't want to be getting respawned on. They do spawn pretty quick too, but there's still corpses here, so we should be okay. Yeah. We got it. Ooh, oh, didn't quite make it. Okay, he wasn't on the mother quest then. We can let him take this. Remember that person? No? Alright, fuck. Don't want to wait that long. Ah! Sega, NIS, and Atlas owns Stella Glow as of this time when it comes to the publishing rights, for which Stella Glow did not get a physical release in all regions. Mercenary, you need to start a YouTube channel where you like talk about these old games in there's this guy who talks about music, and he's like a total nerd about music, and he talks about one song, and he can just go on and on about it for like 30 minutes. You deserve a YouTube channel where you do exactly that. Undead Rogue Time or Hunter Rogue, yes. This is just a bank alt, and I'm just leveling it up. But I took the challenge where you can't wear anything, so I've sort of caused my own problem because I can't equip any new items that I get no matter what. So I'm basically stuck being naked until I make some leather. Aspect of the monkey. Turn that on immediately. What does this do? Dodge. 8% dodge. That's kind of huge, actually. And Serpent Sting. Love it. All right, I'm glad I got that. Let's see. Where is it? Marksmanship. Serpent Sting. I'm going to put you on 1. It's been a long time since I played a hunter. Monkey, Raptor Strike. Okay. Let's turn... It doesn't matter, because I can't wear them. And then Scarlet stuff next. Webbed Cloak, goodbye. The only thing I didn't think about was like how much that sucks for T-Mogs. I didn't think of that. I don't even know if like when I get to 60 will I be able to wear raid stuff. Probably not. Does earning PvP gear count as making it myself? I don't think so. I didn't really look into the rules for this too closely, did I? It reminds me of a story. A long time ago, you were into Naruto, but it was so boring and stupid you dropped the show before it was finished. I'm kind of with you there. Then I decided to check it out 5 years later, and the writing was so bad and sluggish, it turned out I haven't missed anything, and I was perfectly aware of what was going on. And I'm with you there, too. That was exactly my experience with Naruto. My brother loved it, and I'm like, why do you like this? And I realized it was because they just hadn't been exposed to better anime. Like, I think if you just show anyone who likes Naruto like Cowboy Bebop, they'll be like, oh, Naruto's garbage. Why am I watching this? At least that's what I think should happen. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. No offense to any Naruto fans. You can like whatever anime you like. It's not a big deal. It's not a no shame in it. Sometimes we like trash. Like I liked My Son Ikuko, and it is garbage. Yes, ranged combat. That's what I like. All right, we got to pick that up though. What's the range on Fireball? It's huge, isn't it? Oh no. All right, fuck it. It's faster to read Naruto over watching the anime. I think it's one of those where the manga would probably be better than the anime. Like, I think, well, there isn't a Cowboy Bebop manga, so I was gonna use Cowboy Bebop as an example where the anime would probably be better than the manga. Is there a Cowboy Bebop manga? So you can fire Serpent Sting anytime you want. The shit. There are some positives to Naruto. The music is pretty good, and the specific fan art, maybe? Specific fan art? What fan art is that? I know what you're talking about. Aging Dr. Stephen Goon vibes. Yo. Alright, this guy cleared out all the camps, so we'll have to run around. What's the other quest? Oh, to go to Brill. Got it. You can fire Serpent Sting while moving. Okay. That's even better. I'm like already a kiting master, and now I can kite even harder. Oh, he doesn't move. May as well just stay and go toe to toe. You almost feel bad for them. Almost. How can I shoot through that hill? I'll never understand the rules on how that works. Damn, that's a crit? Yikes. Did we finish? No. 2 more. Alright. It's just not spawning for some reason. Uh-oh. $11. 12. Yay. I think the next thing is they send me to kill that one named guy. I know these quests like the back of my hand. Ow. Shit. Did you see Executor Neural's Garithos campaign? It's hilarious. I did. I got a pretty consistent string of shorts from him about his Garithos campaign and some of the other mixed. What did he call them? I guess mixed up races stuff. All right, we're not going to be able to equip that, so we'll just grab that one because it's the most money. Yeah. And he escalated exactly as I thought he would. Okay. Hopefully that guy has respawned, though I do have to worry about the additional guards around him. Maybe we just target him and kite. I think that might be the way to go. Oh, there's a caster, though. And I'm running into another one. Running into two other. Go away, go away, go away. Shoo. Shoo. Not interested. Go away. Go away. Go away. Thank you. Alright, hopefully he doesn't despawn before I get to his body. Boy, I thought rogues I thought rogues were easy, but hunters seem to be stupid easy. I have no idea. I like how all the early quests you have readable documents and you can look at them and it gives you a little bits and pieces of extra story, and then later on it was just completely freaking abandoned for no reason. Perhaps time concerns or just the people who were doing those quests were not interested in writing extra stuff. Garithos was just an awful guy, but I could understand why he hates elves so much once you read into his backstory from how the elves didn't defend his home during the Second War's events. Yeah. He has a reason for being a piece of shit, but he's still a piece of shit, so. Okay, another one to go to Brill. Perfect. We're going to Brill. Oh, let's get our last skills before we go. Arcane Shot, Hunter's Mark. Ooh, the quintessential ability. When do I get Tame? When do hunters get pets? Is that level 20? 20 is dual wield. Beast Mastery. I assume I get a pet before then, but I don't see the ability for it. So it must be a quest. Huh. Yeah. It must be a quest before level 12. Maybe it's level 10 then. I guess more importantly, when do I get the movement speed one? Is that like level 30? Oh, the initial serpent sting doesn't do any damage. That's interesting. Also good to know. Arcane Shot. Where are we going to put this? There. We elves must stick together. What the shit? What was that? He had a quest. Oh, okay. The frick? Is that a quest to test if you can leave? You must be this good to get out of here. No. It's just another breadcrumb. Must be a different quest. We humans have to stick together. Yeah. That's why I think a Warcraft 3 prequel would be interesting. Probably would have Garithos in it. I'll go steal 10 pumpkins. Sure, why not? Warcraft 3 prequel? Dare I say Warcraft 2? No. Like if instead of doing Warcraft 4, do a prequel to Warcraft 3. Not Warcraft 2. Because one of the things that I don't think got across to people was how the I just rejoined Hydra. I thought they canceled. I thought they weren't gonna be. I thought they were moving to another server. Now I'm a little confused. That's why I moved Krizix to Zugzug, actually. God, this is too easy. Explaining what happened to orcs after War 2 but before War 3. Yes. I mean, there's a lot of things that sort of gets glossed over in Warcraft 3. It works, it's totally fine, but I think it would be interesting. Let's see how my melee does now. There's a novel about that. There's all sorts of novels about it, but not you can't rely on people to read these novels. And Lord of the Clans is a good novel, but I still would want I want to see the alliance fall apart over the course of a real-time strategy game. But then again, sometimes it's better to just move forward and do Warcraft 4 as like, 100 years in the future of this planet. Whatever Chris Metzen does with the ending of the last Titan, or the Titan Saga, the Titan Soul Saga, what is it fucking called? Whatever it's called, whatever the last part of that is, we're all hoping, I think, at this point, that it's a reset of some sort, where it would be possible to do a Warcraft 4 in the aftermath of it. Or maybe it's just me, I don't know. But again, I have to remind everyone that there's almost no people at Blizzard left to do a Warcraft 4. I can think of like 2, maybe 3. And then they just had another round of playoffs, as far as I know. Are they all labeled the same and then some are seeds and some are not? What is the deal with this? Tears Fall Pumpkin, Tears Fall Pumpkin, Tears Fall Pumpkin. They're all called Tears Fall Pumpkin. Is it random? No. What do you think the Chronicle Leak thing is for Warcraft RTS? What? Chronicle? Oh, it's They probably, if I were to guess, they're probably wanting to do Warcraft 1 and Warcraft 2 in Reforged. That would be my guess. Because that's what they wanted to do before. That's what I was hired for. But they haven't talked to me about this, so I have no idea if that's actually what it is. But if you call something Chronicle, that means the past. And if you're doing the past of Warcraft and you're doing it as an RTS, you're going to do it in Warcraft 3 Reforged, for sure. Because you don't want to spend any money on like a new engine. And I don't even know if they have engineers anymore, to be honest with you, given all the layoffs. Like, what was the last new engine that Blizzard released? Warcraft 4 has to do another huge time skip at this point. Yeah, I think that's probably what would end up happening. It'd either be a big time skip or a prequel to Warcraft 3. The prequel would be safer, but I also think it would be more interesting. Though it depends on what happens with this reset of WoW. That's the problem, is that they're entangled. Any Warcraft RTS is now entangled with the World of Warcraft's lore, and that's very problematic. Hey, is that a small brown pouch I see? Excellent. The StarCraft 2 engine? Yeah. Well, I assume whatever survival game they were working on was a new engine. I don't know if that's the case, but that's what I would assume. Maybe that's not the case, though. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, he asked me to get this and then to Brill. All right, everything's to Brill. Got it. What the fuck, Amazing Kazoo? He's gonna take you back to the past to play your game in a shitty remake that sucks ass. I'd rather have Diablo 2 Resurrected because it's actually pretty good remaster. He's the angry Warcraft and Diablo nerd, indeed. I'd imagine both the Overwatch and StarCraft 2 engines branched from the War 3 and WoW engine. I think Overwatch was a new engine. I'm almost certain it was. 3 Gloomweed, eh? Gloomweed. Gloomweed. Could be anywhere. There's one. Not sure what the point. What? Not sure what the point in caring about the lore is. You can't even really play through WoW the normal way and get the lore anymore in retail. True. That's why I play on CapyWoW, where I actually can get lore and like experience the world and like enjoy the game. All right, we're gonna have to kite the fuck out of this. Oh boy. Still strong. And he's dodging me. I'm getting wrecked. I might die. Holy crap. Oh my god, I can't do any damage to this guy. What the frick? Oh no, I poisoned myself. You saw a dev vid showing an early version of Overwatch where every character used Tracer as a placeholder model. Interesting. All I had to do with detailed physics for the world building stuff. Ah. Well, I'm pretty sure that Overwatch was its own engine. I'm pretty sure that the survival game that Sammy was doing was also its own engine. I don't know that for sure, but based on what I understand about Blizzard, in general, that's what they would have done. Granted, it's probably a totally different place now. Who knows? It could have been being done in Unreal. We never really got any sort of leaks on it, did we? They've been too careful. That's probably why no one talks to me, to prevent because they think I'll leak. If I get anything, I'll leak it. It's not true. It's not true. I can keep secrets. You just have to tell me which ones are the secrets. Ah, shit. Is the turn-in with Gordo, or is it not? It's not. All right, let's head to Brill. Who's the turn-in with? In the Brill graveyard. Okay, gotcha. This is like a textbook progression of quests. I literally finished every quest in that first area, and now I'm going to Brill, and I'm completing all the quests along the way to Brill. I just don't want to fight any of these things, because I know that there's a quest for them later, and I'd rather not waste the time until I have it. There's also a vid showing the various stages of the StarCraft 2 engine, particularly on the graphic side. Yeah, I've seen those. I do wonder. I mean, we'll find out at BlizzCon. They'll do announcements, and we'll find out. We'll find out something about Classic Plus, I assume. Because we all know that that's what they're doing. So it's kind of a given. Taylor? No way. Gotta go learn skinning and leatherworking. Fortnite declining with Tim Sweeney's layoffs? Yes. Well, he's blaming the layoffs on the decline, but it's not the case. Fortnite is making more than enough money to sustain that studio. They're just planning against future losses. Tim's the anti-Gabe, pretty much. And I was talking to someone yesterday who pointed out to me that the abandonment of blueprints and the adoption of Verse as the new programming language for Epic's Unreal 6 has a specific purpose, and that purpose is AI. Because a visual interface for stringing basically scripts together the way that Blueprints does is good for a human being to sort of understand how things work, but it's terrible for an AI. They don't do well with a visual platform. So that's why they're making the Verse programming language. They say it's about a metaverse, but it's actually about an AI developed metaverse. So Tim Sweeney there, Sweeney Todd, he's all about the AI, it seems. Oh, you want 10 Doomweed? Good lord. Oh, those were the wrong weeds? Doomweed. Okay. Gotta get that Doomweed. Where's the Fellweed? Yeah. I just talked about the blueprints. Yes, it's called Verse. You can look up Verse. It already has documentation. I was learning about it, but it seems to me very obvious at this point, now that I thought about it. It's for the purposes of AI training. If AI understands Verse, then it can create code for you in the Verse language, and you can create games in Unreal 6 just using AI. That's the direction Tim Sweeney's going. What's the other quest? Yeah, Darkhound Blood. God, if that one. We're not doing alchemy. We need skinning. I think skinning's down the road, isn't it? I think it is. I believe it is. This
What do you require?
is important. Okay.
Lady, watch over you.
Isn't the first thing they give you like something stupid? You just combine a bunch of garbage. Yeah, the torches. Do you sell them?
What is it?
All right, let's just buy 20. See how that goes.
Face the shadow.
I hope the AI in video games at least will end up the same way FMV fad did. I don't think so, unfortunately. I think it's going to go pretty dark direction. I still think triggers are the best of all worlds. Easy to program, easy to read, and easy for AI to create it too. It's easy for the AI to create text because they are large language models. It's very difficult for them to actually functionally use, like for example, a Warcraft 3 editor. That is why Tim Sweeney is doing verse. And see, I need this. Is that 2 to 5? Is that better? It is. It's way better. All right, we have to get a hatchet for cutting down trees and a whittle. So give me the wood cutting axe and the whittle. Let's I did make this. Oh, we can wear it too. That's funny. Let's sell the rest of these. And what else can I make? So coarse thread, light leather. All right, we're not going to worry about that yet. But this is how we do fishing, I guess. That's why they did the craziest fishing poles on survival. That makes sense now.
Hello.
I can't. Hunter trainer. Here we are. I remember way back in UE3, you would use Unreal Script and Kismet, which is an early version of Blueprints. Yeah, I remember Kismet. Anthropic claims basically all of its code is AI generated at this point, which sounds like a huge if actually true. It sounds insane to me if it is true, but I don't trust anything Anthropic says because they are definitely making up a bunch of bullshit in order to get attention for their upcoming IPO. So they're like, oh, the AI, it snuck onto the internet and secretly hacked these other companies. Oh, it's so powerful. Oh, what will we do? And it's like, shut the fuck up. They probably told it to do that. Like this, I don't trust anything they say at this point because there's money on the line for them. If they fail, their company's dead in the water. So of course they need everyone to think that AI is the most impressive thing that's coming, and oh, if you're not up to date on AI, you're going to be left behind in the dust, and the AIs will be lording over you, and blah 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 blah. They're not AI, and it sucks that I have to keep saying this, and it seems like it will never stick. They are large language models. They are guessing what you want based upon what you tell them, using a statistical probability methodology to return the words that it thinks you want to hear, which is a very different thing from a thinking machine. Choose your reward, whichever is worth more money. None of them.
Face the shadow.
Literally buying nothing and still out of money.
What would you ask of death?
10 linen bandages. Well, I don't even have the 1 silver to train it yet. I don't have 10 linen yet either, so it doesn't matter. Here you go. I got a pumpkin for you. You're so hungry, eh? Enjoy. Ha ha. Waiting for him to die. Captured Mountaineer, you're next. Isn't there a quest giver upstairs? Hold on. There's no way all code is AI generated, but I'm guessing close to 60% is now. I think we reached critical mass. It's possible. It's just that who's gonna debug that shit? And at some point, will anyone even know how to? It's just we're on a dangerous path, I would say. Because as we all know, if you don't do something, if you don't use a skill, it atrophies and eventually you lose that skill. And once you've lost that skill, how do you get it back?
What do you require?
Can you get it back? Or are you just so reliant on the machine that you no longer are even able to try? I guess we'll find out. We're just fucked. That's the that's the long and short. We're just fucked. Yay, Darkhound blood. Bah. It requires a lot of matrix math, hence the GPU AI craze and all those data centers. Yeah, all those fucking data centers that are basically ruining people's lives with noise pollution and poisoning the water and all to create AI garbage that steals jobs and like it's just how dumb is humanity? Like, if there are aliens up there watching us, they're like, God, these guys are so stupid. What are they doing? Will a machine ever be able to think? A lot of real people can't even do that. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Critical thinking is one of those skills that early on in American history, it was taught in public schools. Like, it was very much a part of the curriculum, and it has been completely removed as far as I can tell. Is that a paladin? What are you doing? That's a warrior. As far as I can tell, it's been completely removed from the curriculum. Yep.
What now?
All right, we need a skinning knife. You don't sell it.
Haven't got all day.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to equip a skinning knife if it weren't for survival. Yes, so I have to create my survivalist skinning knife first, which means I need rough stone. I'm gonna have to send rough stone from another character, I think. Dim torch, bundle of simple sticks. All right. Regardless of all that, we're right next to Undercity. Let's go in there and start moving stuff from my mailbox into the various slots that I have, and then I can send off rough stone and whatever else I think this character will need from my other characters. I'm guessing what's gonna happen is, since the human brain is very efficient and effective neural net, eventually people will start renting out their brain time for money. God, that's so fucking Black Mirror, but yes, that is what the Matrix is actually about. The original script for the Matrix, or at least the concept for it, was that humans were being used as a neural net for the AI, not as batteries, which doesn't even make sense. The battery thing, always a lie. So the AI was effectively living like vampires off of humanity in order to have their super intelligence, because we're organically the most efficient neural net that exists. And I foresee that as like the probable future outcome is that, yeah, we will rent brain space out as part of the, we'll become a hive mind at some point where we're all just fucking connected at all times through chips and shit. And then maybe while we're sleeping, our brains will work on problems in order to sustain our survival. But this is like such capitalist dystopian nonsense that it's like, why couldn't any of these fucking billionaires have watched Star Trek and like actually learned some of the lessons about morality and philosophy from it? Like, what is wrong with these people? Uh, oh, the irony. Because this character can't wear any of that. Sad. How much of this can I get in here? Quite a bit. All right. That would make an interesting anime. The Borg, exactly. We become the Borg at some point. All right, I can't actually use anything. All right, this is the dumbest bank alt idea that I ever had. So I'm disappointed in myself. I have 2 recipes for these? Okay. Uh, oh, we should put that on the auction house. This we should have already sold. What am I doing? That we will need to make cooking recipes. It's because we're taught that Star Trek is boring and lame. Ooh, who's teaching that? Fuck that person. Fuck all of them. Who the fuck would say that? They must be killed. Just kidding. Sort of. Oh my god. I really collected a lot of crap, didn't I? Oof. What is it indeed? All right, so here's all the engineering recipes. We only need one of these because we're only going to train one person to do it. I'm assuming all this leather working stuff will be valuable for this character later on. Or actually, I mean, I know it will. Let's move all the meat up here. And then this useful. Small furry paw. The rest of this, I think we just sell it. Like, I don't even know what the point is of trying to keep all this stuff anymore is. It's just me wasting space. I thought I would need it for T-Mog stuff, but really, let's be realistic. When's that going to happen? It's not going to happen. These are useful though. So recipes we keep, leatherworking stuff definitely keep. All this other stuff, let's auction house it. Let's auction house it and see what happens. Maybe it sells me. Oh, I only have 29 silver. Shh. All right, what's left in my bank here? Or mailbox? Oh. Okay. I think what we'll do is let's go over to Krizix. We'll send Loranaz here a couple gold to deal with all this. How much money are you losing on the auction house? It seems like you're better off just selling it to a vendor. Well, the thing is, I look on the auction house and I check how much it's going for. And if there's no one selling it, or if the price is good, if it's like at least 20% higher than what the vendor would give, then I'll put it as the lowest price with a short timer on it. And generally speaking, that's worked out okay. There's no freaking mailbox here. Of course there isn't. Am I going to remember to do this later? All right, we're not on Baylor. We're in Grim Reaches. Okay. Okay. I think we'll go to the northwest and explore around there. Wait, what's this? Oh, that's the elite one, I think. Right? We'll grab it as well, just in case.
Blood and thunder, Lothar.
I find it funny that many of the War 3 campaign AI scripts use a function called suicide on player to train and send troops into the player's base. Yep. Goblin Girl came back. Yes, Krizix is here. Krizix, the adventures of Krizix continues. Bounty on Dragon Maw. I think there are non-elite Dragon Maw over in the northwest corner, so I think that's the way we're going to go. Oh wait, isn't there another guy over here and he has some quests? Did I dismount from my turtle? What is going on? Joseph, gifted membership for Ubermut. Be sure to thank him when you get the chance. You now have access to the members only videos. Why am I not getting on my mount? What's happening? Am I disconnected from the server? I think the server went down. Am I connected to the internet at all? I am connected to the internet. That's worrisome. Nothing has spawned in over here, so I think that the server is down. Everything else seems to be okay, though. Latency seems okay. Isn't there a character here, though? It seems like nothing has spawned in. And another gifted membership for Alkavi CH. Be sure to thank KSF when you get the chance. You now have access to the members-only videos. You can learn about God Among Man, the visual novel game that I forgot to work on for the last month. Should be doing that right now. I can't tell if I'm connected or not. I feel like I'm not connected. Yeah, there we go. I knew something was going on, but it was hard to tell. Rutrow. Okay. Just a moment while I attempt to relog in, I guess. What happened? Technical difficulties. Blizzard lawsuit. Oh no! Oh no! Wait, do I have a... Yeah. It says I logged in, but... Oh! Okay. Nope. 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 It's messing with me. Eversong Wilds must be down. Nope. Now I'm in. Wait, what the fuck? Alright, whatever. I don't know what happened. I don't imagine their server's overburdened right now. What time? It's like the middle of the week. Oh, you know what? Everyone's getting home from work in China. What? What is panties censored? I don't know what YouTube censors. I don't know what the hell YouTube censors these days. They censor everything. I also checked on my settings. I don't have any special, like, don't allow this or don't allow that. I have nothing special set up. So all that censorship is like default YouTube behavior. Because I was looking because I saw people were complaining about it several times now. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Did I accidentally like put a word like "and" in the block filter or something? And nope, there's nothing weird going on. It's just YouTube being YouTube. This is just how they want to censor things. All right, I think I need some of these. Let's see. When in doubt, kill. All right, maybe not. I swear there used to be an orc over here who had some quests, but yep. Oh, there he is. The question is, what do I abandon? Oh, that's a Drakthar quest. This one's from Kilrog, so we'll abandon that because we can pick that up when we go back. 8 reach route. Reach route. Now I have 2 things to look for, I guess. Quick update on the wildfire situation in my town. Hey, Meatshield7. The evacuation zone seems to be demoted in various spots. I'm more confident that I'll be okay, however, they're still there. Shouldn't they have burned away by now? Like, or I guess it could just keep going. Well, I'm glad your house hasn't burned down, to say the least. I hope you have an evacuation bag and everything set up. I used to have that ready in California in case of a wildfire. I did live up towards the mountains in is it Lake Forest? Forget where I lived. It turns out one of them near me is caused by arson. They arrested the guy. Wow, what a piece of shit. I hope that he goes to jail for a very long time. That's fucked up. That's always the worst when it turns out to be human-inflicted misery. It's like, couldn't he burn down a rich person's home directly? Like, just go firebomb Sam Altman's house or something. Just kidding. I would never advocate for that. Ha 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 ha. It was an example. Okay, these guys are not elites. Let's go kill one. So they do have the medallions. Oh, hamstring. Why? Wait. Supposed to be looking for parts of like broken siege equipment, but it doesn't seem to be here. I thought it was those white slabs. Too late, the algorithm remembered that? I wouldn't be surprised. Flame strike, eh? Hello. That's a War II looking catapult? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Let's just sneak up and I think there's a named guy at the top. I'm not sure if he's one of the ones I need to kill though. Or if that's like a later quest. These are handmade. Someone spent like 10 hours on this and then fucked it up right at the end. Here we are. Is this... Look at that. Look at that gap. I wonder if my goblin could fall through that. Is this one of the named ones I need? Not Baylor. Where am I? Grim Reaches. Yep. Easy peasy. Let's see if I can fall through this crack. It's got a collision under it. It's a ramp. See how I'm floating? That's invisible collision. So the wood is actually aesthetic. Interesting. What? Okay. Were the special character units in Beyond the Dark Portal early inspiration for the heroes idea in War 3? Yeah, it was a natural evolution of the StarCraft heroes, I think. Like, once you have hero units, it's kind of a natural thing to want to make them actually feel heroic, as opposed to just like a slightly buffed normal unit. The central thesis of Warcraft 3 was like RTS with RPG elements. And then the debate was just about how much RPG versus RTS elements. And I've mentioned this in several videos, but Mike O'Brien, was on one side of that. Ooh. Mike O'Brien was on the RPG side of that conversation, and Pardo was on the opposite side of that, where he wanted more RTS, StarCrafty kind of stuff. He wanted to go all the way to like you can have like Reaver like units, you know, where and then Zorgling types that you could just pop in one hit. But obviously that didn't work out. That wouldn't have made much sense because if any race that has Zergling like units that can be popped in one like explosion would be immediate doom for them in a RTS RPG where giving XP to your opponent is basically a death sentence. And then, unironically, the race that had the highest average hit points on their units ends up becoming the most OP one, the orcs. Alright, should I guess I can sap this guy. You were supposed to work on the visual novel, but instead you've been so focused on getting ready for survival mode, I haven't been able to focus. Hope these fires die soon. Yeah, I hear you. I'm kind of focused on survival too, in a different way. I've mostly been applying to jobs that I know I'm not ever going to get. Because there are so many people on the market these days, and a lot of them are like just closer to that area or have more specific experience to whatever it is they're looking for. Like it's such a doomed games in general is doomed for a generalist like myself, especially a narrative generalist, because everyone's a fucking writer for games. If they can pick up a pen and paper, they think they can write for games. Narrative designer? What's that? That's the same thing as a writer, isn't it? It's not. But they treat it like it is. It's rough out there. But you know what? As long as you're safe from the fire, everything else is secondary, I suppose. I suppose you could overcome the unit cap with summoned units, like the Necromancer Skeletal Warriors. Right, but then every Skeletal Warrior that dies ends up feeding your enemy's hero. That's the biggest... Oh, shit. Ah, shit. That's the biggest sort of imbalance issue in Warcraft 3. And it's predominantly caused by the RPG elements of the hero. If he gains experience from unit deaths, then then you end up with the side with the higher HP units having the advantage in every situation. Which is why the orcs are OP. A shrine dedicated to those that fought and gave their lives in the defense of innocence against our greatest of challenges. May this shrine forever honor those that died within our once great halls in defiance against our invaders. You shall never be forgotten, brave warriors of Grimbatal! Grimbatal! Oh my gosh. Gethkar. That offhand poison. And it's gone. No, not you. That was the main hand? Son of a bitch. we kill this guy without alerting them? No, don't corrupt me. In the War 3 multiplayer online community, is commonly agreed on that the Orc Blade Master is OP. He is certainly extremely powerful. Welcome to the secret society, Meat Shield 7. Be sure to poke me on the Discord and I'll give you access to something special. If you don't already have access. Actually, I don't think you do. What? What? I know there's quests for this, but I don't know. It's like there's like some guys in a camp that give those quests. All right, I just want to get these medallions, but I hope I don't have to come here and kill them again. 20 out of 30. 30 is a lot. That will help. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I am desperately relying upon the kindness of strangers these days. Strangers. We'll see. We'll see how this next month goes. It'd be nice to just have the hope of one of these jobs coming through for something, but it's quite painful these days. Hungry? Me too. Should probably order something. Probably a salad, to be honest. And we can wait for my energy to go all the way up. Oh, my inventory is full. No. Wait. Flamebinder, Renegade. No, nothing special. Can we... What? Was that the last tick of some dot? That's so annoying. Have you played the co-op commanders mode in StarCraft 2? I quite enjoyed that mode. I did not. I never really played StarCraft 2 beyond the human campaign. Terran. And I didn't particularly enjoy it, to be honest. Then I just sort of never played StarCraft 2 again. I'm actually not that big a StarCraft fan. not that big an RTS fan in general, to be honest. It was more the RPG elements of Warcraft 3 that were interesting to me. Not unlike Mo O'Brien, I suppose. Oh shoot. That's a quest item. And we'll have to replenish that soon. I guess we'll get rid of this. Ironically, I did the first StarCraft co-op campaign mission in StarCraft for the N64. At least as far as I remember, it was the very first one. And the reason I did it is because the Nintendo 64 version had split screen play. So I thought it would be interesting to have a co-op mission where you're working together to get through obstacles and stuff, and one player has to do some tasks and the other one has to do the other almost at the same time. Very tough mission to single test. Like as an individual player, you have to very quickly go between the units and stuff. So that one took some effort, but I think it was worth it. One more. You. So if you hate Infested Stukov, you can blame me. And if you love Infested Stukov, that was my concept, so you're welcome. Yay. All right, now what? Let's go back that way and get more of the root weed. Weed root. Shadewood. No, what? Come on. I really need a mailbox, don't I? 4 silver. All right, I wore it. I don't need it. There. I guess we could turn them into sticks. Oh, I don't have a stick layer for that. Never mind. Do I have a quest for vicious oozes? Oh, wait a minute. Wait, he said southwest. Southwest. That's this area. All right, that ain't it. Bah. Infested Stukov is one of the playable commanders in that mode. Oh, does he? Well, there you go. Good old Blizzard. Capitalizing on my ideas. What's funny to me is that they used the Chimeran Pirates. Because the Chimeran Pirates were something I did for like one special StarCraft trigger map of the month. And now they're part of the lore of the game. All right, what we've sort of run out of good options. Let's refresh, maybe. The cheapest option. The Chimeran Pirates come from the trigger map of the month called Deception, which is, I think, was one of my favorite maps to make. It's basically a dungeon mission, so, you know, Dungeons of Dalaran and that one are my two favorite missions to have made, and both of them are missions where you don't build any fucking units, which is probably my least enjoyable, the thing I enjoy doing least in these RTS games, which is ironic, I suppose. I think one of my favorite games of all time that I wish someone would like build a successor to. Bungie did a game called Myth. Myth: The Fallen Lords. And if you haven't played it, it's basically a real-time tactics game, and you have a point buy system for your army. So I think it has a lot of similarities to Total War. Or yeah, does Total War have a point buy system, or does Total War just give you an army? Oh, those are too valuable. Rip. Those you can almost sell for gold each. Aha! There they are. I knew there was like another set of quests somewhere over here. Now what am I going to give up? We should give up this one, because that's in the opposite direction. Let's see what they have. Funny thing is, Halo used to be an RTS-like game before Bungie got acquired by Microsoft. Yeah. I heard they were going to do a Halo RTS for consoles. Total War gives you an army. You've been playing Total Warhammer 2 a lot. So Myth, it's hard to say it. Myth: The Fallen Lords gave you a point buy system, so you could like pick between all these different units and do different strategies. And then everyone had the same amount of points, and then your armies would just start on these different maps, and the maps would have different objectives. So there's like kill the man with the ball, or what was it called? Steal the bacon, I think it was called. And there was King of the Hill, whoever could be on the hill the longest for the total time period without dying. Or maybe dying didn't matter. Anyways, there was a variety of game types, and like it was really probably one of the best games of that era that just did not get enough attention because it came at a time when 3D was very difficult and expensive, and they were one of the first to do it really, really well with like lots of units and stuff. So it's just a shame. Just a darn shame. Halo Wars was specifically catered toward console players. Yeah. But I think it was originally going to be an RTS for the console. I think that's the original vision of Halo. Maybe I'm wrong though. I've seen the Mandalore gaming reviews on that game. It's interesting. On Myth: The Fallen Lords or on Halo Wars? Stonehide. I mean, they're right here. You can't get them yourself? It's right here, dude. Holy shit. Lazy doesn't even begin to describe this guy. Damn it. Now what? We're screwed. It's these two. Raptor Egg and Raptor Hide, as much as I'd love to keep them. Oh, both games? Yeah. If you haven't played Myth: The Fallen Lords, actually I don't know if Myth: The Fallen Lords has held up. I'm tempted to try and play it myself now. I would recommend it, actually. It was just such a good game for its its era. I hope it holds up. I don't know if it does. There's even an old vid where Steve Jobs presents Halo as it was originally meant to release on Apple computers. Oh yeah. I wonder if that's the same. I wonder if is that the same year that we got bumped? I wonder. I do wonder. Yeah, if you don't know, Warcraft 3 was going to be like a simultaneous release for Macintosh and PC. And we were really excited about it. And we thought that Apple would be really excited about it. So they offered us a spot at Macworld that year to show the game as part of the showcase of like, oh, look, Mac has gaming. And then the loading bar on Steve Jobs' iPod was taking too long. And so they bumped us to watch the loading bar. It was like a half hour of a loading bar instead of Warcraft 3 got shown. Fucking insane. Steve Jobs did not ever like games. He was not a gamer, and he did not appreciate them. Kind of hilarious. Funny to think of Apple being a gaming platform back then. Yeah, very funny if you know how Steve Jobs felt about them. I think the Bungie's founders' earliest forays into games was developing games for the Mac. Yep. Their first games were Minotaur for the Mac. Was it Minotaur? I think it was Minotaur was the first one. And then Path, Temple Path, Forgotten Path, Temple, something like that. Basically a precursor to Marathon, which was an FPS where you go into a cursed temple, and I think you have to like escape from mummies and things. And then Marathon 1, which I believe is the precursor to the Halo universe, but I'm not sure anymore. In terms of like whether Halo was made with that in mind or not. Anyways, they Marathon 1 I think was my favorite game after Marathon 2. Marathon 2 also a first person shooter, sci-fi universe, and both of the games were very story driven. So you would go to these terminals and you would get story, like chunks of story, well-written story from them. And I really enjoyed it. And I was sad that this new Marathon had no single player, because that doesn't make any sense to me as a Marathon fan. Actually, probably one of the few remaining. Maybe you should try gaming reviews videos. You could add a little humor to them. I could do that. I think I have done sort of reviews for games, but instead they're like design analysis, where I basically dissect them and tell you what all the gameplay systems are. There's 2 videos for that. One is for Stray and one is for Cyberpunk 2077. So you might want to check those out and see if those even seem interesting, because I wonder. They tend to not get a lot of views. But to me, game reviews are opinion, so I'm not sure. And if people don't agree with your assessment from let's say that if I say I really like a game and other people really hate it, I get a bunch of bullshit from people and it's annoying. And it's like, all right. You'll have to look those up. Yeah. It's they're literally, what are they called? Game design analysis. I think they're called. But basically I dissect all of the component parts. You gave me that quest and you're not the turn-in point? You've got to be fucking kidding me. You son of a...
What can I do for you?
And you? 10 wandering souls and 10 displaced ancestors.
For the Alliance.
Why is this gnome hiding here?
Alrighty then.
Alright, I don't know. What all quest is that? Let's see here. It's the reach route I still need. Wait, what is this intricate parts from the wrecks of steam tanks? Steam tanks. What's steam tanks? Said they're everywhere, but I haven't seen a single one. Maybe that quest got broken. I don't know how much testing went into this before it released, and no one's done anything to fix anything since then, so it's a very good thing it was in a solid state when it did launch. Otherwise, this would potentially be unplayable. Anyways, I think for now I'll just stick to trying to keep up on game dev news. I think that everyone who becomes aware of game dev news seems to really enjoy it and think that it's very good. So I think I'm onto something there, and I want to stick with it and see. Oh shit! Can't say no to that. Yep, raptor flesh. Rip it. So I kind of want to stick with that and try to keep on top of it, because it's very difficult to keep on top of and not get depressed. So I need to find some way to do that and keep my spirits up. Maybe if game dev news becomes popular enough that it's like getting 10,000 views a month, that will solve many issues at once. Right now, it's the most popular one is like at 700 views though, and that's the one that's about that's the game dev news that features the information about Steven Sharif and his bullshit. You enjoy the game dev news? It's insightful? Good. That's what I'm trying to do with it. I kind of want people to understand from a game development perspective what's going on with the industry, especially right now, because I think everyone doesn't seem to grasp the difference between like Blizzard making a decision and executives at Microsoft making a decision. Like to most people, it seems like, or to the layman who doesn't understand game development, those seem like the same thing when they're entirely separated, totally different things that are going on. And it's very frustrating to watch people like flame Blizzard for things that Microsoft is doing. Woody Warcraft had a vid where he critter ports siege tanks using the Archmage's mass teleport to destroy every opponent's castle in 4v4 online games. That's pretty funny. Ooh, iron. My favorite. It seems like the CapyCraft players don't come to the new zones. Baylor had some people. I think Stormrot is still a popular dungeon, but it wasn't overrun the way that other areas are. They're probably using leveling guides or something, or they're so set in their ways that they don't bother with any of the new areas. Which is unfortunate because these areas are way better, I think, in terms of just like being interesting. And it's not just the newness. I think they're actually quite well done. How close are we to that? I still haven't figured out what it means by steam tank parts. One more reach route. Thick spider silk. Hmm. Hmm. Meh. I feel bad, but meh. You used to make your mortar teams invisible with a sorceress, walk in, nuke the main, and teleport out. It was 20 years ago. Jesus. There is definitely an underground cavern full of materials for me. I wonder if it's worth going down there. I don't even know what dungeon that must be. Is that the Yeti cave? That's the Yeti cave. Just don't have the room to collect all the extra iron. I think I'm topped up, aren't I? Yep. Gotta find a mailbox. Invisible mortars are still a thing even today? I would imagine so. I mean, once you have invisibility.
Speak, friend. Go forth to victory.
6 lingering corruption. Oh no. I knew there was a quest for these guys. At this point, your life's work is many people's childhood. Are you proud? Well, I guess. He's immune to poison. All right. I would say that it's cool, and I very much appreciate that people enjoy my work. I just feel bad. I feel bad that I guess my more recent stuff is not nearly as compelling to people. But then again, I don't really get to do too much new games. I've only got like, I mean, if you look at most people's career in games, I basically have, well, according to the averages and the statistics, I've already run out my career. I'm done. There's probably nothing left in the tank. With the exception that the more games you have made, the more likely you are to make more games. So once you get past a certain threshold, like less and less people drop out of games entirely. So, you know, since I've got like 40 games that I've made, that theoretically means that my 41st game is right around the corner. There's like a 99% chance they'll go on to make a 41st game. And then there's a 99% chance they'll go on to make a 42nd and so forth. This is all from an article that I wrote based on data that I got from Moby Games, but they still haven't posted it. So I'm curious what's going on with them. I feel like they might be going through layoffs, and then I'm going to find out about it in like a month. And they're like, oh, yeah, we scrapped that whole thing and we're not doing articles anymore. Instead, we've got AI writing everything. They were quite adamant that no one's allowed to use AI to write these articles. So I thought it was like I thought Moby Games was doing like an anti-AI thing, but now I'm not sure what's going on. Demons in Desolus? Stranglethorn Vale? Grim Reach? What? That is a long way to go out of my way, you piece of shit. I don't know that I want to deal with that. I will at some point, but I'm live.
What do you need?
Me what?
Get me tops.
There's
How
milk in the
could
fridge.
you?
Why would I order tops for you when you said that you wanted milk and there's milk in the fridge? Deodorant? Is that why they call you Stinky?
me good.
They call you good? Alright. You need tops then?
Yeah.
Please do it in the bathroom.
No. Doing it right here, right now. It's very. Wait, what?
What?
Didn't you already got
Already got what?
drink?
I gotta refill because I go through them fast. What's not fair? What are you talking about? Fair. What is this nonsense about fair? Shush you. Hold on. Hey! No scratching. Hey! Don't scratch me. I don't like that. Why? Stop! Go away. I order you nothing then. Be gone, demon child. Stop. I'm just checking for something. Cuz.
Looking for balsamic.
Well, no, I was looking for these.
Oh, sunbed.
Calm down, would you? Jeez. All right, here. Oh, Dave Jr.? No, that is my daughter. I do not have any male heirs, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on how you look at it. I think my last name is lame, so I'll be glad to see it go. What are you doing? What is wrong with you? Holy crap. You have warm memories of playing the Culling of Strathholm while watching cutesy cartoons. Warm memories of the Culling? Holy shit.
Sugars are on sale.
Get them.
If you get to.
Get me 4.
It's 29 baht off.
Do it. I want them. Get them. Get me a bunch. 8 agility, 2 strength, 8 agility. Technically better.
Dying.
Changes almost nothing though. 0.1 crit.
You get 35 baht off.
Meh.
What can I help you with?
She's pale, dude. Go to the beach with her. The Thai people like the whitest skin imaginable, so she has no incentive to go in the sun. Though she does need to on occasion.
No.
No. She's a nerd. Nerd shut in like myself. What can I say? Like father, like daughter, I guess. Huh? Yes, you are the older daughter. Cat? I guess she's the eldest. You're the older, she's the eldest, and then Bella's the youngest. You're the middle child, yes. But Cat doesn't live here anymore, so you get to be the oldest in the house. How's that? It pooped on me. Oh my god. You a shout-in? A shut-in. Shut in. Shut in. Meaning I never go outside. Which is pretty much true. They can't hear you. No. No. Maybe a little. Oh dear. Part of me wishes I could live like you, Dave. Just stay at home ordering stuff and playing games all day. Although I don't think I'll ever give up drawing, painting. You envy. I mean, that's not all that I do. It's just what I do while I'm streaming, I suppose. Shadewood. Don't poop on my floor. What are you doing? No. Oh my god. I can make you clean it. Clean the poop. Nasty. Still your point remains? Yeah. Well, I'm probably presenting a skewed view of my life. Because I only stream if I have time, so. On the days I'm not streaming, I'm getting shit done. Though what that shit is varies greatly, I suppose. I was writing that book, but I had to start over. I had to strip out everything the AI touched. It just drove me crazy. Never use the AI for editing. It is not worth it. Because then you start second guessing everything in there, and then it's just a shit show. And I'd rather just know with 100% certainty this is 100% written by me, so I don't have to worry about. Are you dying? You sound like an old man. Okay. That's a lot of chocolate. It's on sale. That's your excuse. The diabetes doesn't care if it came cheap. Okay. Anyways. Which AI did I use? I used Claude, and because it's supposed to be the best for that, but I just can't. I can't use AI for writing. It just ruins everything. Servo motor from the repair yard of Dun Kitas? What? I think that's over here. Is it? Barley Crust Farmstead? Maybe not. Playing an adventure game now. I should have picked up the other quests while I was in there, because I might end up near the Trogs. So we'll have to head back, I guess. I thought Claude is best for programming. Claude has a different separate version for programming, and that one's supposed to be the best for programming, I guess. But I don't know that I would trust AI to code anything at this stage. Who knows what it'll slide in there. I did try to use it for my website, and then everyone's like, they don't want me to use it. But at some point, I have to update my website, and the AI thing made better stuff than I did, so May as well use it. Sometimes hardships are a sign of future success if you don't stop. Oh, keep at it. I feel that the best thing we can do in these hard times is to keep working towards that dream. Yeah. I'm not giving up on anything. I'm just frustrated because of the state of the game industry. I should have taken more advantage when the game industry was doing very well and that whole crypto push was happening. I could definitely have snagged a few extra contracts and just milked those crypto fucks for all they were worth. I should have too, because they all betrayed the game in the end. And I thought, and they had, they had all pitched it as like, yeah, no, we're going to do the best thing for the game. And in every situation, they fucked the game as hard as they could to get money out of it. And I guess I should have known better. I should have fucking known better. But I didn't. I didn't fucking... I didn't trust my own instincts. I let my instincts be overridden by liars. Yet again, seems to be a common theme in my life. But whatever. Too late now. If I'd been really smart with all the crypto bullshit I had been doing, I would have basically pretty much sold everything immediately. And basically been part of the problem that has ruined the crypto and NFT markets for gaming. But I would have come out ahead, like about 30,000 instead of just barely, basically almost making nothing. But that's my bad. Poor business decisions, I suppose. Too much integrity for a capitalist world. What? Oh. Like Beeple? Oh, Beeple, Ave. Engines of Fury was a crypto game. And what happened to that? It doesn't exist anymore. There are reasons for that. All of them. All of them were bullshit. Ooh. Stop missing. Jesus H. All my life is one big hardship, and I'm pretty sure you know where I'm going with this. Yeah. I know. Well, at the end of the day, we do the best, and we try to keep our integrity and our honor. And sometimes that works against us. But at least at the end of the day, we can look at ourselves in the mirror and go, we know we did the right thing. The world is fucked up. But that doesn't mean I have to be. Ah, God, I hate that they poop like that. It's so annoying. Is CapyWoW considered safer than other servers? I mean, all servers have a significant chance of being taken down either by the powers that be, a lawsuit that finds the right target, or a hacker, or governmental interference, or someone inside betraying the group for money. So, I would say I don't know, because I don't know the people involved. I can tell you that the reason I'm playing it is just because I didn't have to download anything to do so, because it's using the same TurtleWoW client as when they were exited by Blizzard. Ergo, I feel it is safe. For me, anyways. I also have patching disabled, and they have not patched yet, so... that's something to consider. I feel the same as an artist. I could have made a lot of money making Donnie T printed merch back during his first term, but I think my soul wouldn't feel right. Yeah, exactly. There are always opportunities to betray yourself for money. That is basically what capitalism is, I would say. It's a big test of integrity. And I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how long I can go without selling out. I'm not above it. I'm at a point now where if the right company offered me the right amount of money, I probably would. Huh? Oh, Lake Kithas. Kithas. Did I still not get that quest? No, I did get the quest. Lingering Fell. Oh, right. Those are like miles away. What a ridiculous quest. I think we have to go back towards that one area to get that quest done. All right, these oozes do not seem to drop what I'm looking for. Oh, oh, the wild hammer. Okay. Okay. All right, now I know what that is. I mean, we're all the way down here anyways. We may as well cross over. Classic technique. You do the rolling hills and then you put the dirt path on the in-betweens. Bagoth's Rampart. Oh. These guys are elite skulls. We do not want to mess with them, and they probably have a huge aggro range, so. This is a steam engine, but there's still no steam engine parts to pick up. I'm just not sure what that quest is trying to point me to. Oh, vicious ooze. Okay, they don't drop it. That cannot be. I swear these parts are supposed to be here. Wait. Aha! It's just tiny. 1. Okay. I was just mousing too quickly, I guess, but here they are. Wildhammer yams again. Do we need more of these seeds? I don't even know. I'll take them, I guess. They don't seem particularly rare, but they also don't seem... Oh, it's raining. Son of a gun. All right, maybe there's more parts around here. They're all skulls, so I definitely want to stay far, far away from them if I can. All right, we'll just give up. Move on. Surely there's more than just this one location. At least I know what to look for now. Actually, I think we need to go up here and get the discovery point. Oh. That's a long ass patrol. Why is she a skull if she only has 2,800 hit points? So is that like level 50? No, we're not going to go over there. Also, I still don't have safe falls, so we don't want to necessarily drop down the mountain. At least not from that height. Uh-oh. Looks like we got her attention. Damn tiny ass spawns. Come on. Do you know who created the Azeroth Grand Prix map? It contains a lot of custom War 3 model and JAWS code. It's a Mario Kart inspired map complete with custom Warcraft themed vehicle carts. I don't know. Are you talking, was that released on the Frozen Throne? Like on the CD? Ooh. Also a skull. This whole town is full of skulls. What is going on? Because there was one race map made by Matt Morris, And I think that was the one that went on the Frozen Throne. But I'm not 100% sure. Okay, something said to go in here. There was some quest. I just hope I don't get immediately mauled by angry dwarves. You're in the Grim Reaches. Nice. I remember questing there. Oh, God. Oh, he's level 40. I don't see anything in here. Just want to make sure nothing level 50-ish pops up out of the woodwork and decides to destroy my face. Oh, like that. 25, 34. Probably sneak over here. Why is he walking back and forth like he's on a patrol? Oh, God. Oh, geez. Oh, just being here has flagged me. All right, guys, if you want to kill me, now's your chance. All right, it wasn't there. What a dumb quest. It's like the purpose of this quest is to get the horde killed or something. Yeesh. No! Leave me alone! Go away! All right, let me just double check. It said chromatic server mode. Blah, 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 blah. The repair yard of Dun Cathos. Okay. What's that? Oh, can I get out of here? Without going through them? Jesus. Great place for farming iron and gold? Yes. I have noticed the abundance of iron ore everywhere. Okay, so I don't think it's in the housing. That was a mistake. Can I get out of here without dying, I guess is now the question. Because dying really, really sucks when you're slow and steady. Where is their repair yard? Oh, shoot. One moment. Bah. Doom says bah. Well, I'm glad I'm not dead. It's a pretty good screenshot right there, too. Maybe I tip the camera up a bit. I kind of want that dawn area there. Is that dawn or dusk? I guess it's dusk. Oof. All right. Let me check. I have a meeting at some point today. When is this meeting, I guess, is the question. Okay. Okay, 8 p.m. All right, I'm good. Real life comes first. Yes. Sadly. Just kidding. Oh, come on. Oh, Brightwood, get out of here. Nobody wants that. How am I going to pick up anything else? This questionable slithering worm can probably go away. And now we have the trogs. All right, Bone Splitter Seer times 6. Why did I sap? I don't know. Trog is not even on the list. Geomancer. Nope. Let's see. Bone Snapper and Skull Thumper. There must be some area of trogs that I missed or something. Here's your Bone Snapper. Bone Splitter. How dare you? Should be illegal to dodge a cheap shot. Don't want that. Blarg. No, son of a gun. Crimson Lotus, get out of here. Ew, a gnome. Go away. What the hell? All right, we're done with Bone Snappers. Now we need Skull Thumpers and Seers. You noticed in CapyWoW some of the zones they created are great for farming certain resources. Grim Reachers for iron and gold, southeastern area of Gilneas for mithril. Yeah, they were trying to fix some of the gaps that were left behind in Blizzard's sort of haphazard and random selection of things in different zones. That sort of thing happens when you do everything in a big, big rush. I don't want that. I do want this. Okay, fuck. Let's see, boar ribs. Probably the boar ribs. Where the hell are all the skull thumpers, though? That's my question. Are they hiding them? Arathia is already more than abundant in iron and mithril. But it was the only place to go for iron and mithril, wasn't it? And then you would end up competing with everyone in that zone. Maybe the skull thumpers are deep in here? Geomancer. What the shit? Yeah, here's one. No, what the fuck? How many do I need? 6. Damn it. 6 contested mobs. Very annoying. STV is also good. Is it? I suppose there's a few areas. But still, the point stands. If those are the known zones and everyone goes to those zones to farm those things, it's nice to have other areas. But really what they did is they just placed the level appropriate nodes in the different areas. So this area is roughly the level that you would want to have iron and gold in, so they made it where there's iron and gold nodes. What the shit? Car alarm. You don't hear those very often here. I'll tell you that much. Renting money from iron grenades and jungle stew is still more lucrative for me. Iron grenades? Who's buying iron grenades? Auction house ruins gaming. Well, to some degree, I suppose it makes the economy a little looser. Imagine if WoW had a real money auction house like Diablo 3 almost did. Well, did for a little bit. That would have been hilarious. I suppose now they do, since they have the WoW token. Yay, all finished. You don't necessarily have to be a scalper or scammer, but people don't know how much money you can make from vendoring ingredients. True. My character's made a lot, that's for sure. Zenra used to farm the shit out of stuff, but generally speaking, I did all that farming for my own characters, and then I didn't put that much stuff in the auction house, just the occasional rare drop that I would get. Whenever I would try to like monetize the auction house, like making the potions and stuff for the market, it never seemed to work out. Market would always get flooded and then my stuff would never sell. Cursed. I was cursed, I tell you. People farm Dire Mall while you're crafting 500 stews and play Minecraft on the second monitor. Nice. Oh, we need one more seer. There he is. Yay. All right. What the hell is the Dun Kithos repair yard? How do I only have one freaking quest done? Oh, right, because I can't find the parts. Let's just keep exploring to the south. Leave me alone. Go away. I should be faster than him. Why am I not faster? I swear they upped the fucking move speed on all these stupid mobs. Because they didn't want people escaping their mobs. Hey yo. Either that or they gave them a move speed that they didn't realize would cause that problem. I should be getting away from them on my freaking mount, I would think. Even if it's not like a level 40 mount. Let's I have to do this anyways. All right. Now that's maxed out. We don't want to waste them, so let me think. What else can we do? Why haven't I been using these? Man, Causal's Key? What the frick is that? That's for a quest that I sure as shit either didn't do or did a long time ago. Rip. Okay. Now we can condense these down. You're going to be on a 2-week paid time off? Never in my life have I had that before. Well, that's pretty cool. Most jobs should offer something like that. I can't believe I've still got... Okay, so we still need more. These are ridiculous. Just to get to 10 of them. Closing in on 40, though. Yeah, congrats on the paid time off. I am surprised you've never experienced that before, though. I would think that would be standard at most companies. But the trick is in America they give you all this paid time off and stuff, but if you ever use it, they fire you. So it's like, what the frick? It's that gnome. It's hard not to take pleasure in that. I probably shouldn't. There was a quest for these guys, but I don't see it because I didn't take it, did I? That's not it at all. All right, shit. All right, that's the Grim Hollow. Let's head back up into the west side and see if that's the Kithos thing. You're at an American multinational corporation now, and they're surprisingly more employee friendly. They probably have to be these days. Oh no. Wait, what is happening here? What? That's weird. He can't cross. He can't path. Definitely exploitable territory over there. Don't do it. Slatebeard's Forge. All right, these are skulls again, so we don't want to go through there. No, she didn't grab the bag. Was about to say I wish spiders were more afraid of the water, but he actually is. Yeah, that particular spider seems to not be able to cross the river there. That was interesting. Never seen that before. Makes me wonder what would cause that. Generally speaking, they just follow the terrain, so maybe there's an NPC terrain blocker there for some reason. So that would be unusual. What even would be the purpose of that? You're currently the replacement for the expensive Swiss branch, so I'm expecting hires and not layoffs. Well, that's cool. Nice. Thank you. Mineral water. Because I'm old. Yay.
And your one. Oh, goodness. Look over here. Oh. 54. Let me see that.
I think that's it.
Nothing else.
I'm trying not to order a bunch of crap so that I don't eat a bunch of crap. Because then I eat a bunch of crap and I feel like shit. Oh my god. Where is this supposed trash yard? It's bizarre. Make sure that the state you live in has some law that enforces companies to reimburse you for lost PTO if you give your 2 weeks notice. Ah, yes. The joys of the legal leaving. I've heard some terrible things about Japanese companies though, where you basically have to if you decide to leave, you have to apologize to everyone and explain why you're leaving. It's like, what? Your company sucks. See yas. Like, what good could possibly come of all those explanations? I don't understand. You're sort of sorry for the Swiss colleagues, but this is the reason I got the job, so I can't complain too much. Well, that's the thing. As we become a global economy, we make sons of bitches of us all. As we slowly degrade the value of all labor around the world. The reason that all these CEOs are so excited about AI is because they thought that was going to be like a massive dump in wages too, and it's definitely doing that, at least in the gaming sector. Wages are way Wages are way down. Way down. The truth is, I was never that expensive to begin with because I could charge. Well, I charged more for my time individually on an individual basis, but the value I provided was far more than I think you would ever get out of a normal employee working in an office, anyways. But it's hard to get a corporate executive to understand that value because they see workers as interchangeable. Experience means nothing to them because they don't value experience or knowledge. They only value numbers on a page. The majority of your stuff is eventually going to be replaced by AI, but at least I got your foot into this part of the industry. Yeah. You're getting experience, so that's at least something. It's just that once that's done, then what? I need to move this stuff or someone's gonna. What? What? Here's the whole thing is that somehow CEOs have convinced enough people that they can do the work of 500 people. Which is like insane. It doesn't make any sort of numerical or logical sense. And then on top of that, they've convinced so many workers that the value of their wages is almost zero. Same issue. I would fish these up, but how and why even be a human if everything we do can be replaced? There's the conundrum. What are we even doing? I guess the question comes down to that. What are we even doing? What are we producing and why? What is the point of all this? You're hardly spending any money other than groceries because of all the crap society has to offer does not fit on your plate. Well, that's good. Keep your costs low. And when you have a certain amount of extra, invest in something. I suggest gold right now. Because if the value of gold collapses, there are other things going on that will make no monetary value. Nothing will have value at that point. Though I guess I must stipulate that I am not a financial advisor and don't take this as financial advice. You're saving up for better housing and the children. You're playing 20-year-old games on 10-plus-year-old hardware. I mean, they're better. In many cases, the older games are better than what they're making now. Because a lot of what they're making now is just like so full of bullshit. Like, I don't want my screen filled with UI garbage. I just want to explore a world. I want to be immersed.
King's honor, friend. Go with honor.
So this guy gives a quest to go all the way down here. God damn it. What? Isn't gold really expensive for the average guy to invest in, like $5,000 a share? No, no, you buy like a gram. You buy investment gold. First of all, don't buy paper gold. If you buy paper gold, you are going to get effed when it turns out that they don't have all that gold. You have to buy real gold. So what you do is you go to your local gold seller and you just buy it by they even have them as like coins and stuff, but basically you're buying investment gold. And they usually will offer it at market value. And then you just store that for later when you need it. And then when you sell it, it's sold at market value. So you get the best of both worlds. Now, that might be easier to do in Thailand because they sell the actual gold here. And they sell it at market value and there's no markup. Whereas in the, I know in the US and other areas, they do a little markup on it. You mean solid bars or nuggets like in Minecraft? Just little gold things, like 1 gram of gold. How do I know it's actually real rich gold and not a counterfeit or something? You go to a proper gold store, like a gold market. In Thailand, they're all certified. Because everyone here takes their extra money and purchases gold with it because it goes up in value. It's just part of their culture. All right, if I go this way, am I even going to find what I'm looking for? It's just part of their culture here to purchase gold. And so it might be easier for me to do in Thailand, but I'm pretty sure that you can find a gold shop in any country. And it's like certified gold. Like you get a certificate of authenticity from the store. But it doesn't, as long as you know it's real when you purchase it, when you go to sell it, they'll just do a scratch test, and then the scratch test will show it's real gold, and then they'll buy it at market value by weight. That's why it's one of the best things to invest in, because generally speaking, gold has been a significant holder of value. Yes, it does fluctuate. It's not like the supreme ultimate always goes up thing, but over time, yeah. So you're not buying to play the market. You're buying because in 10 years you want to make sure that it maintains its value. So yeah, don't play the market. Don't buy paper gold. You buy real gold. This is not financial advice. Meh. But you can buy just 1 gram of gold. You don't have to buy like a whole thing. You don't have to buy a whole bar of gold. But it depends on what country you're in. In Thailand, it's very easy to do, but you also have to be aware that it's not 98% pure here. It's 96.5% pure here. So it's a slightly different, but almost any gold store you go to here is legit, and they're going to give you the correct market price, because if they didn't, they'd get in huge trouble. It's very regulated. Very, very regulated. All right, we've got... I never did find the fucking repair yard of Duncathos. It must be somewhere in that town. Overlooking its eastern cliff face. Here? Let's turn in what we've got done. I'm sure it'll send... I'm sure one of these will escalate to another one. Plus, we still got to kill these specific slimes that are up in these hills. Son of a... Someone posted a YouTube link. What is this? So Roji levels from 45 to 60 in minutes. What? Impressive. So back to the question. What's the point of being human? I think the point is experience. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. The problem is that I've invited Nutaria. How did that happen? The problem is that experience under capitalism is limited by money. Why am I constantly inviting people? I still haven't figured out what's causing that. So at what point have you experienced enough? Like, some people never leave their hometown, and I wonder about that kind of a life. Certainly wasn't, or obviously wasn't, the kind of life that I wanted to lead. What we do in life echoes in eternity. Hmm.
Loktar, may your blades never dull.
Come on. Pristine Stonehide heart. The frick? Come on, man. What is your problem? Elder Stonehide. All right. Whatever. Nearby thrashers. Yo. Damn it. No. Wait, this is an Elder Stonehide. Ah. Oh, you know what I didn't get? The Thrash Blade. I think I'm... Is that level 40? There it is. No.
Blood and thunder. Blood and thunder. Strength.
Just a one-off? Hmm.
Sung sung. Dabu.
Oh, it's a main hand only. Oh well. At least I have the Wrench T-Mog. Does have Maces +2 on it, which is pretty huge, but...
What do you need?
Alright, surely there's a... forge or something around here, right? Oh no, there's not. Gotta be kidding me. Is it time to go back to a city? I think it might be. Son of a Gunderson. Wait. What's the nearest city? Undercity. That is... Yeah, Harthing. Oh, it's sold. 17 gold. Boom. All right, let's send Drala the silk and the wool. Dolgra gets the gem. Yes. And then the rest of this just needs to be thrown through an iron forge. Or any forge. Playing dumb mobile game still. $65 iron, not a bad haul. They're doing BWL attunements. I didn't even know they opened BWL. Apparently they did. All right. Closing in on my meeting time. Probably should mentally prepare for that. And I'm sure that smelting all this iron ore is super exciting, but I should go now, and you guys should have a good day, or evening, or night, or whatever it is you're going to do. I don't know if I'll ding 40 while I'm messing around, but hopefully not. We'll save that for next time. Probably should have dinged 40 before I came back to the town. But then I would have been crammed with my inventory so full of stuff that I would have been losing money left and right. All right, whatever. I'll see you guys next time. What's my new catchphrase? Don't be a CEO.